Okay, this is part 2 of my recap of today's Rule 62 hearing with Brenay. Make sure that you go back. I literally just posted the first video. These are 10 minutes long. This was a 4-hour hearing, and I'm trying to condense, and I'm moving pretty fast. So make sure you check out part 1. So now, the key points on cross-examination, I would say, are that she posts about 10 to 15 times a day on Snapchat. That is her main source of social media income. She has according to her, she has minimal earnings on TikTok and Facebook. She claimed that she was only making about $100 on Facebook. She doesn't post there because of all the negativity on that app. And then TikTok is only about $400 according to her. The last payout that she got was about $400. She stated that her mental health was more important than posting more, and so she was challenged on that quite a bit, because she was then asked, well, you're stating that your mental health is important to you, but then you're going on social media. And she responded, yeah, of course I went on national television. I wanted to tell my truth. I needed to tell my truth because all people hear are the lies that were said in court. And Attorney Robin pushed back and said, but a jury of your peers believed the evidence that was used against you and held you liable, correct? And she said, yes. Don't you think it would have been important to share your truth in court? And she said, yes, but I didn't have an attorney and I didn't have proper representation at trial. So that wasn't fair. And it was hard to compete against the lies being told by you all, basically, is what she said. Then Attorney Robin emphasized that despite the judgment, the spending patterns kind of remained largely unchanged. Here, Brenay kind of, I wouldn't say got combative, but she just kind of seemed a little more sarcastic in nature. Sorry, let me find the exact response here. She did keep referencing her children. She did keep referencing her children, to which Attorney Robin pushed back and said, just to make sure we're on the same page, you don't have any biological children, right? And she said, yes, but I consider the 2 children whose names were listed on the record to be my babies. She then mentioned, you do have an able-bodied partner, right? And she said, and Brenay said, well, he doesn't have the ability because his name is all up in this. And so he's having trouble finding a job as well. She then did mention that Akira talks about her a lot. And then she said, Attorney Robin responded, but she's not the one with the judgment against her. And Brenay said, that's fine. It's my opinion. And she's part of what my life consists of because of all these charges. So I'm going to talk about it. Let's see what else. There's quite a bit here. My goodness. Very interesting. So here, going back to what she said about the quality of spending, she goes, it does appear, based off of what we're seeing in the statements from February 2025 to February of 2026, that your spending has not really changed. And Brenay said, okay. And then Attorney Robin said, that's a yes or no question. And she goes, I guess. And then she goes, but mainly that's for my children and my husband, all her family, really. I don't know what the heck I wrote there. And then that was kind of the end of cross-examination. Here is where Attorney Fairman redirects. She did reframe the spending as basic. She said, quote, May 2024, when this lawsuit began, is when the online campaign against you started, right? Brenay says yes. Here she emphasized that her going to fast food chains and bargain outlet chains is not lavish spending. It's every day. It's not. She's not over here going to Hawaii, basically, is what she was saying. She was clarifying that the income spikes were also due to the loans, again, because this kept being pointed out, is that there was a significant deposit in Brenay's account in December of 2025. So they're saying that wasn't increased earnings, that was loans. And that was it for Brenay's examination. Now we jump into Akira's direct examination. Akira testified that Brenay was involved with her then husband, stating, quote, that was my then husband's mistress. She stated that she does not believe Brenay would suffer harm from enforcement because she's got money that she can't even account for herself. So clearly it must not be something she's tracking day to day. She challenged Brenay's mental health claims, stating that she still remains active online and goes on national television. She testified that Brenay has continued posting about her and her children. She also states that Brenay and Tim were the first ones to publicly discuss the case. So when there is a complaint about dissecting court documents, it should be noted that During a live stream in 2024, Brenay and Tim read the complaint line by line on social media and then criticized Akira by talking about the kids and talking about Akira's mental health and then talking about Akira's standing in life, what she has and what she doesn't have, etc. Akira then testified she receives little to no support from Tim or Brenay, that Tim is in arrears $17,000. She stated that the items purchased at Brenay's home do not come back with the children, and so she is still fully responsible for all expenses related to the children, and she still has them most of the time, as the new custody order has not been put in place. And then she testified that she has had to request basic items. I want to say... things for school, yes, things for school and pull-ups for the younger child, and has still to receive that. There was a question about whether Brenay is making money from speaking about Akira online. Attorney Fairman did object. The judge did overrule that, so they were allowed to ask, and Akira reiterated, she makes money talking about me. Akira testified she has incurred nearly $100,000 in legal fees due to the ongoing litigation. So post the lawsuit, everything that has come since is racking up more bills. And she did request a secured bond. Then where Akira is cross-examined, so where Attorney Fairman starts, the tone shifted quite a bit. Attorney Fairman challenged her claims about travel and spending quite a bit, was very direct, said, I want you to show me in those statements where, Brenay is spending frivolously to go to a cabin. Akira kind of pushed back quite a bit and was like, I never said that she's spending money. I'm saying that she is clearly traveling because I know about it through social media. Attorney Fairman pushed back. How do you know that? And a funny line to me, Akira said, because I get tagged in everything she does, whether I ask for it or not. If she eats a Chipotle bowl, I get tagged about it. And so it was all over social media when she was up in the cabin celebrating her birthday. Let's see what else. She reiterated limited parenting time from Tim, still stating, hey, he's only still spending 4 days out of the month with his kids. He is starting to spend a little more dinner time with the kids, but that's only started up recently. And then she denied speaking negatively about Brenay, except in defense of Brenay when people cross the line discussing Brenay's infertility or her weight, her appearance. Here, Attorney Fairman pushed back quite a bit and kind of said, so I'm going to challenge this testimony a little bit because are you stating that I wouldn't see videos of you speaking negatively about Brenay? Akira doubled down and said, I don't speak about Brenay. She's irrelevant to me. I don't speak about her. And we're going to have to do a part 3. Sorry. I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can, but now we're 18 minutes in. Bear with me.